Dear grade 11 online students, how are you all? Today we're going to do this study guide or worksheet about literature. This sheet is focused on pages 15 and 16. 15 and 16. And remember, in the exam, inshallah, we're going to we have to study pages from 15 to 29. From 15 to 29. Here we have some vocab items taken from this commentary written by Susan Power. Read the concise biography and the commentary on pages 15 and 16 carefully and use contextual evidence to guess the meaning of the following words. Then look each word up in the dictionary to check. Write the definition or synonyms on the lines provided. The first item is distinct. Distinct quickly means different or unique or remarkable or any other definition you'd like to get from any dictionary. Okay, descendant is the opposite of ancestor. You know, ancestors are grandparents. Descendants are children and grandchildren. Tribe, a group of people who belong to the same race. Tribe, like Native American tribes. Doomed, past participle, doomed. When we say, for example, our love is doomed, this means it's expected to fail. Or when somebody is doomed, he or she is expected to die or end in a sad way. Trickster is like an imposter or somebody who deceives people. Scrapes, when people or somebody gets into scrapes, he or she gets into trouble because of his or her silly behavior. Scripture is a sacred or holy written book, like the Quran, like the Bible, like the Torah. Tanned. When we treat the skin of an animal with some chemicals to change it into leather. Hide is the same. Hide here as a noun, not the verb hide, we know. Hide is the leather of an animal, the leather of an animal, the hide of a buffalo, the hide of a cow. Embroider as a verb. Embroider means to decorate with beads and some maybe threads, colorful threads and so on. Needlework. Beadwork, the use of beads to decorate clothes and so on. Wampum, something like a belt on which Native Americans used to record their important events by using symbols. A mourner is a person who loses one of his relatives, so he is a mourner or she is a mourner. Spontaneously means happening suddenly. Quick-witted, smart, simply quick-witted means smart. Winter count in this context is something like a history book in which they used to record the events of the whole year by just one symbol. Once they looked at this symbol, they can tell you everything from the beginning to the end of the year. Significant, important, essential, crucial, vital. Combat, when people fight, especially in war. Saga is a long story, like the ones used to be told in Norwegian. Or relate, in storytelling context, relate a story means tell a story. Relate here means tell. Then we have some questions. Question 1. Who is the author of the commentary on pages 15 and 16? Susan Power. Susan Power. This is the answer. Question 22. Why is the author capable of telling first-hand experiences about Native Americans? Why is Susan Power able to tell first-hand experiences? Because her maternal grandparents were Native Americans. Because her grandparents from the side of her mother were Native Americans. Question 23. Mention at least 3 contextual evidence examples to prove that the indigenous, the original communities venerated, respected nature and animals. If you remember the title of Susan Power's book, The Grass Dancer. So she used grass from nature. The name of one of the chiefs of the tribes was Tubal. So they used animals to name people. Another name of another chief, Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull. And the use of the hide of animals to record their important events. This is a 4th evidence. I mentioned 4 evidences. 24. What does the author mean by oral tradition? The oral tradition means the spoken stories, not the ones committed to paper. Spoken stories, which were told by older generations to younger generations. It was spoken, not written. Question 25. What was the holy reference? Susan Power told us that they weren't Muslims, Jews, or Christians. They are pagans. They didn't have a specific holy book like the Quran, the Bible. They had something like the hides of animals on which they recorded their important events, and these were their holy references. What implies, let's skip this question. Skip question 26, don't study it. Question 27, what indicates that Native Americans have the poetic skills and chronicling tools? First, poetic skills, as we read, in one of the funerals, the mourners used to compose poetry without any previous preparation. So they were skillful at this. As for chronicling tools, they used the wampums and the hides of animals to record their events year by year, and from this they can put every event in order. Thank you very much.